Hello students, this is just a quick video to show you the technicalities of entering in your preferences for Year 10 electives. You should have already gone through the booklet and worked out which electives you would like to do. This is really just how to enter them into the system so that the school knows what your preferences are. The first thing you'll need is the email that will have been sent to you. Please check your spam and trash to make sure that you haven't missed it, because it contains a personalized link that you'll need to get into the preferencing system. You can technically go via this address here and then type in this long username and password, but it's certainly a lot easier just to go with the direct link provided here. Once you have clicked on the link, you should get a screen that looks very much like this. First thing is just to make sure that in fact is your name up the top left here. This is mostly important if by some chance you maybe shared a link with a friend, which you shouldn't be doing because each one is personalized. So make sure you are in fact on your own page. From here you need to add your new preferences in. Read through the notes here, but essentially it comes down to whatever you put on this page is something that you must be willing to do, as you may not always get your first preferences. The first choice you will need to make is your mathematics stream, so you can choose from one of the three options available. You then have to choose which subjects you'd like to do on the non-Wednesday group. So this is the one that all students at North Keilor will do. So again, everything you put in here must be something that you're willing to participate in. Not all subjects will always run, depending on the numbers of students and other factors that the school can't always control. So make sure that everything you have chosen is something that you're willing to do. You're choosing 4 preferences and 2 reserves. Most people will get their first couple of preferences, but it's very important that you fill in all spots. In fact, everything with one of these red exclamation marks must be filled in. You're now going to fill in your Wednesday electives, so these are the ones that either run here at North Keilor or also run up at Sydenham. So the first ones are the North Keilor ones, so again we'll choose 6 preferences, and 2 reserves to go along with that. Now there are some subjects that run both in the Wednesday and the non-Wednesday section, so it's important that if you choose them in one area that you don't choose them in another. And if you do happen to choose something like I've done here, where Illustrator runs in both places, here and here, it will warn you that you can't have it chosen more than once. So you need to make a decision where to change it. That will also include if you've accidentally chosen something, like I've just done here again, in the same box twice, so you can't have something chosen more than once anywhere. Okay, once you have chosen all those subjects, you can move on. Now, if you're interested in taking up a VET or VCE placement at Sydenham, you need to choose these 2 boxes next. If you're not interested in VET or VCE at Sydenham, you can leave these ones blank. So you can choose up to 2 VET or VCE subjects. Again, the order you pick them is important. So this says that I'll prefer to do VET music, and if I can't get into that, then I'm also interested in VCE units 1 and 2 general mathematics. So the order is very important. Make sure you fill them in if you are interested in VCE or VET at Sydenham. And the last box you also have is work placement. This is new in 2021, where we're offering work placement opportunities to Year 10 students on a Wednesday afternoon. So again, if this is something that you are interested in pursuing and you've discussed this with your parents, you can choose the interested in work placement option here. Both the VC, VET and the work placement sections can be left blank if you just intend to work and do the normal classes at North Keilor. Once you are happy and you've filled everything in and you don't have any red errors saying that you've chosen something incorrectly, you need to press proceed. At this point, you can review your choices. Don't be worried that the preference numbers have all just gone continuously. We know which sections these all come from. It's just the way that the system shows them, but just certainly make sure that you have the right things listed. And you then need to scroll down and sign your work. You can sign that with a mouse, or if you happen to be on a device that has touch, you can just type your name in, or if you really want, you can upload a signature, but that's probably a bit overkill. So I'm pretending to be Bart at the moment, so I'm just going to sign as Bart, and I will save my signature. Now the next step is you need to send this to a parent or guardian for them to sign it. So you come down to the next step here, which is to click on this link, and you're going to type in your parent or guardian's email address. So it's very important that you get this right. So check with your mum or dad or parent or guardian if you don't know their address, okay, and put that in and press OK. And as the message says here, your parent will be sent an email to that address that you've entered, and they will get a link to go to something very similar to what you've just done, which is to review the subjects chosen and to sign it as well. At this point, you can add additional parents in, and you can add as many as you'd like. You only need one to actually verify your choices, but you can add multiple if you'd like to do that. But once you have added your parent in, you have now completed your part of the process as a student, so you can now submit your valid preferences. Once this is done, you get a final chance to look over them, and you can choose up the top here to print them if you would like to. There is no requirement to do this, but you might want to do this for your own benefit. So if you open the print view, you've got two main choices. You can print them, which will actually trigger it to print to an actual printing machine, or you could also download as a PDF. And I maybe suggest that you do this one to keep a record of them. Once that is all done, you can close this off and you can return to the home page. So you can come to this screen and you can click on this link to see your preferences, and you can see that this is still waiting for the parent signature, and you can also click on the manage parent emails if you need to remove it because you realize you put the wrong parent name in, or you want to send it to another one. What you can't do, however, is change your preferences. So if you find that you've entered them incorrectly, you need to contact me so that I can basically remove your preferences, and then you can make those preferences again.